Man, oh man, I love shitting on the floor of my grandma's house.
I love Japan, period.
I love anime.
Yeah, and manga.
Golly gee whiz, Batman, aren't anime video game crossovers just great? There's so many of them.
In Japan.
Yeah, they rarely get released internationally. Unless you want to fork over the cash for shipping the game, maybe also a Japanese console to get past the region lock, and get through menus of text you can't read, it's not worth it. You hear about these cool Japanese games, but you know that's a lost cause for anyone overseas. It's like having sex with a woman 5 months pregnant, because that baby was fucked from the start. Until now! Released in North America, J-Stars Victory Versus for PS3, PS4, and Vita. Vita, a Shonen Jump crossover fighter. You like anime?
I love anime.
I'm anime all over this place. Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, One Piece, Yu Yu Hakusho, Bleach, Macaroni Kenshin, Bobobo, Saint Seiya, Fist of the North Star, JoJo, Pac-Man, Goku, Goku's hairdresser, a Jehovah's Witness, Paul Blart Mall Cop 2, Cop Till You Drop, big-breasted female character, big-breasted female character. This thing, I don't know who the fuck this is. Let's play this game. Oh, right, games today you have to install first. Yes! Oh god! Oh god, yes! So let's talk about the gameplay. How would one compare J-Stars to the 70 trillion Dragon Ball Z games that were released last week? Well, it's not aerial-based combat, as you mostly remain grounded. I would line this up next to Power Stone or Anarchy Reigns, an open arena fighter, 2-on-2 battles as each gets one assist character to summon. With Anarchy Reigns being both one of my favorite games and indie rap soundtracks, J-Stars plays as well as I expected, give or take a few problems. When you knock down an opponent, they're invincible for a few seconds after they get back up. You have a sprint button, but your turning is limited and not all the characters can attack while running. Story mode. This has you sailing around the map, either picking fights or doing fetch quests. This story mode is nothing interesting. Text, stock images, and no voices except for several Japanese sound bites. It's so much to skim through, but the bonding between different franchises can be kinda nice. I love sending opponents flying through buildings. The environments go through all this destruction. It's a real tease. I wish you could venture beyond the small areas provided. The camera can get lost in the environment, and I don't know if it's just my console or does the game repeatedly freeze for a split second. Ooh, the Dark Tournament Stadium from Yu Hakusho. That's a series that does not get brought up as much as it should. First thing I did on the stage is pick the Roid Raging Toguro and beat up this anime child. To repeat myself, invincibility recovery does not belong here, at least not after they stand back up. In other fighting games, invincibility is only active when the opponent is on the ground. That's my main nitpick. Everything else translated so well in 3D. I have to praise the sheen of Saint Seiya's armor, it's just like the anime.
And manga!
Oh, and to clear up any confusion, Saint Seiya was known as Knights of the Zodiac in America. I've only ever watched Seiya in Mexico next to episodes of Ramna 1/2 and Allow me to go off topic here, but while I was editing this video, I found out this legitly was the theme song to the US version of Saint Seiya. No, I did not click on some kid's AMV. The US theme song really is I Ran by the Flock of Seagulls, covered by Bowling for Soup. That symbol of the early 2000s pop-punk era, now known for the Phineas and Ferb theme. You might as well have gotten the Alien Ant Farm cover of Michael Jackson's Smooth Criminal and made that the theme song to Lupin the Third. Well, I'd talk more of the early 2000s, but let's get back to modern video gaming.
Sagittarius no Yayo, Yuke! Ogon no Yayo!
There's a tiny bit of customization for your skill sets with these card decks. Unfortunately, it's a long stretch before you start unlocking any of these. I haven't a clue what this does, but you can also switch your character type from effort, triumph, and friendship.
Friendship? Again?
Multiplayer, either it's 2-player split screen or 4-player online. You best play the story mode before inviting friends over. Victory Versus from the jump gives you 6 out of 32 playable characters. It won't take long to unlock the rest doing story missions for in-game money. The story mode is pretty repetitive. It goes on for hours and you're fighting the same 39 playable characters over and over. There's no special boss characters or weird drastic change-ups like Metal Naruto or Fighting Polygon Team, and no areas outside the battle arena to explore on foot. What this needed was an army of generic weaker goons to change things up, like Anarchy Reigns or Dynasty Warriors. And just like Anarchy Reigns, it also could have used an original rap soundtrack. That would improve any video game. There's 2 ways you can review a licensed game. Should you play it if you're a fan of the property, and should you play it had you never known it was based on something? But then I realized, to hell with the first one, I have standards! If you're wanting a simplistic fighter akin to Power Stone, I highly recommend this. But maybe on discount. It's a fun game, yet the battle system could have been improved. If you already imported this game from Japan a year prior to the US release, the only difference our region added was English text, arcade mode, and balanced some of the overpowered characters. I guess if you're seeking more globally released anime crossovers, Tatsunoko vs. Capcom? Yeah, that game featured many anime characters such as Who Cares? I Don't Know You. That's My Purse. Oh, and Cashern's here. Now, J-Stars is a perfect balance between a roster of familiar and obscure. I have never heard of half these animes. Who is this guy, and why is he carrying around a baby so carelessly?
Excuse me, would you like this baby? Please take it. We don't want it anymore.
When they make another crossover anime game, who would you all like to see added? I know it's not the same company as Shonen Jump, but Sailor Moon. Goku versus Asagi, whatever her name was. That is the anime fight of the 90s. Tune in next week where we review other crossover anime fighters like Gainax, Garugamesh, Garbanzo Gaping, motherfucking Miyazaki Moe Melee, Animator Annihilator, Hentai Hemorrhage Hoedown. It's the best game ever!
Don't you want a rematch?
Hey there, it's your old pal Tom. Got some big news, but let's get the big guy to help me out.
Get ready.
Playtime is over, little girl.
Starting March 17th, Toonami's got the new deal.
Let's do it.
New Tom, new Absolution, new shows, same old goodness. All new Dragon Ball Z.
What I represent can never be destroyed.
6, the Spirit Detective Yu Yu Hakusho. And at 6:30, the premiere of The Wandering Samurai, Rurouni Kenshin.
And so the true battle finally begins.
Ooh, it's so sweet.
He always makes it sound so good. See you March 17th. Late.